Good evening, staff. I just want to speak with you briefly about the evaluation tool. Once again, as we are beginning our evaluation cycles, for those of you, whether it is an abbreviated evaluation or a comprehensive evaluation, the same things will apply. There are 16 observable elements in this entire tool, and all 16 will not be seen in one particular class period. It's just impossible to get them all in. But the thing to remember about this tool is these things should be seen consistently within your classroom on a daily basis. It's not, well, you've seen it one time and you're good for the year. It just doesn't work like that. These behaviors should be seen throughout the entire school year. And they're not just observed during an observation, but during walkthroughs, whether formal or informal. These things should be noticed within your classroom. Now, there are 5 standards. One is about leadership and PLTs and ethics and morality. Standard 2 is about your relationship with your students and families. Standard 3 is about your content knowledge. Standard 4 is about differentiation and technology, and collaborative groups and all that good stuff surrounding the 4 C's. And Standard 5 is about how you reflect on your practices and your professional development. All of Standard 5 is a non-observable, and you will bring artifacts at the end of the year to support that standard. Under Standard 1, they are all non-observable during an observation, with the exception of these 2 blocks or this row here, where it says observable under those 3. So there will be a check mark in these blocks, but every other block you will see a check that says not looked for. And that just means that it is a non-observable element. Okay. When you move through to Standard 2, they are all observable with the exception of Standard 2E, which talks about how you communicate with your families. There will also be a not looked for check mark there. All of Standard 3 and all of Standard 4 are observable. And so there should be something. You will either see a check mark in developing, proficient, accomplished, or distinguished, or you will see not demonstrated. And you may have something that says not seen at this time. Okay. It does not mean that you do not do it. It just means it wasn't observed at that particular time. And that's okay. Just a reminder, you are actually observed one time within a school year. You have 3 observations that is just formative assessment data that will contribute to the final observation at the end of the year. That is the observation that goes to DPI. Okay. Also, once again, when you start talking about what is developing versus proficient versus accomplished versus distinguished, developing is, does the teacher know it? Proficient is, does she show it? Do you model it? Is it evident that I see it within you? Accomplished, have you modeled it for your students? And now those behaviors are seen within your students every day. And distinguished, how is this an extension beyond the classroom? How have you utilized this professional development or this activity or these strategies, or how have you shared it with your colleagues, whether it be in a whole school setting, whether it is with your grade level or with a couple of grade levels, but how have you extended it beyond your particular classroom? So that is just a quick overview of that evaluation process. If you are on the abbreviated cycle, the same things will apply for Standard 1. You will just have Standard 1 and 4 on your evaluation tool. These 2 boxes with the observable under, these 3 boxes with the observable under in this row will be observable. Everything else will have a not looked for checkbox. And then all of standard 4 is observable, and it will either have developing, proficient, accomplished, or distinguished marked, or not demonstrated, meaning it was not seen at that particular time. If you have any questions about the evaluation cycle, the evaluation tool, whatever the case may be, please do not hesitate to ask myself or Ms. Chi.